Hi there guys, Matt here, hope you're all well and welcome to part number 2 of my channel downtime update. If you haven't watched part 1 then this video will make zero sense to you, so I'll leave the video link in the description below, and if you want to go check that out before you watch this then I would highly recommend you do that. Now, since 5 days ago, there's been some interesting developments, and if you're just here to figure out whether my channel is going to be okay or not, then I will spare you spending 5 minutes of your life listening to everything, and I'll let you know that my channel is about to be copyright strike free. The copyright strike was requested to be removed yesterday by IVAO to YouTube. I have been told it will take them about 10 days to do that, so we have until probably the middle of next week before you'll be able to see full-length videos, but that's fine by me as long as it's going in the right direction. So if you were here to just listen to that, then there you go, and if you want to know more about it, then stick around and I'll explain exactly what has happened. So, after putting that video up 5 days ago, a couple of things happened that I didn't really expect. Number one, I got an influx of people telling me to stop crying and being an idiot and accept responsibility for my own actions, and I also got an influx of people essentially hating on IVAO and turning against each other in the comments section. There's over 500 comments on that video in the space of 5 days, with people essentially just bitching each other out, which is not what I wanted at all. I was about to turn the comments off maybe on the second day, but I realized that that would probably be an even bigger mistake because it's easier to just let people vent than try to silence them. So, I mean, if you've had your say and you've had a rant and a rave at everyone else, then that's fine. If you were one of those people that really took it to the extreme, I probably banned you. So if you're watching this and can't comment on the video, then you took it a step too far. And I'm not unbanning you. You know there's a boundary, and if you cross that boundary, then, well, that's your problem. So what's happened is IVAO got wind of what happened on the video, i.e. the people that matter, i.e. the executives of IVAO, and then 4 days ago, I think, or 3 days ago, there was a forum thread on the IVAO forums about what's happened on my YouTube channel, and after maybe 4 or 5 pages of this forum thread, I replied, gave my side of the story, the forum thread was locked, and then I receive an email from the IVAO executive director, I think he's called, a guy called Eric Olson. Now, the guy was really polite, and he basically gave me a list of why what happened. I countered that with, well, why after 3 years, and he just said that he doesn't really know. It's just one of the staff that took action on a bunch of videos, not just mine, and he basically wanted to nip this in the bud, if you will, and come to the quickest possible solution. So after a couple of emails back and forth, IVAO agreed to remove the copyright strike on my channel. There are a few conditions with that, none of which will really affect anybody apart from me, but one of the biggest things was that he wanted me to try my best to reverse the damage that was done to IVAO's reputation in the first video that I made 5 days ago. Now, I'll tell you how I plan to do that in just a second, but first, leading on to that, there's a few things which came to light which I think you should know about. So, I was initially done for copyright or copyright infringement, breaking the user agreement of the MTL, and as soon as I posted that video, I had a chap email me who I don't actually know if he cares about his name being public, so I'm not going to say it, but basically he was a freeware AI model developer back in, I think, 2012, maybe 13. I can't remember off by heart, but still, a couple of years ago, he was an AI model developer. And it turns out, for the past couple of years, IVAO have been using his AI models in the MTL, the multiplayer traffic library, without any written permission or even asking if it was okay. And he's not said a thing because he really doesn't care, and he also put me in touch with 3 other people that also have had the same thing happen to them. So I naturally forwarded this on to Eric, the guy that's in charge of IVAO, and now he is going to get IVAO's MTL properly audited, and then everything is above board. So if they thought I was a problem to them, I'm really not, because I'm just some YouTuber that did something wrong with their MTL on a video. But these guys that are having their models used without their consent, they really need to look into, because that could potentially be quite disastrous in the near future. Also, I had a few people message me on Facebook telling me that they painted skins or liveries for the MTL, which have been included in the MTL packages without their consent. So really, actually, as much as I thought I was being penalized and it was personal, it actually wasn't. What's happened is the people at IVAO have tried to claim what is theirs, but essentially they've just opened up another can of worms, which has brought more victims to the table, which now makes them look like the offenders, and I don't know how I'm supposed to reverse that, apart from what I'm about to suggest. I said in my email to IVAO that as part of my kind of channel reboot in the new year, which I've not even spoke to anybody about yet, but there you go, that I wanted to include more IVAO flying. Now, the way it's been handled is less than ideal, the whole copyright strike that is, but I am still willing to use IVAO to fly in groups and fly group flights every so often, just to give a bit of variety to my channel. No one's banned, no one's this, that and the other, so it's fine. They're more than happy for me to use IVAO, and I am more than happy to use it in some of my videos and in some of my live streams, and of course for events and group flights and stuff like that. The last thing I really need to do at this point is contribute to alienating communities, because at the end of the day, it doesn't just screw IVAO over, it screws me over, because there's less people that will watch my content and less people that will be even interested in flight sim as a whole. So I've got to kind of just let bygones be bygones, so to speak, forget that this ever happened, and just treat it like another network of which I can enjoy it to its fullest potential, which is exactly what will be happening come the start of the new year. So, to summarize, as of, they said up to 10 days from now, my channel will be reinstated, and then I can start re-uploading videos again, full-length videos, which is exactly what we need, and what I need, because I'm starting to go insane, and then normality can resume. Now, at the moment, I'm still on a 10-minute curfew, so I'm about to run out of time, so I'm not going to carry on waffling for too long. But I will say one thing. If you are someone that is new to my channel and you don't know that I live stream, then I will leave the link below the video to my Twitch live stream. I live stream multiple times a week, usually on an evening, full flights, all of that stuff, and you can come and ask me questions. You can ask for everyone else's help, this, that, and the other. It's a live environment, so you get the one-on-one straight away, no waiting for replies and stuff like that. So I just figured I'd plug that, because there are a lot more of you than the last time I talked about it, and I figured that people may be missing out, and they really don't need to. So if you head over to my live stream and you hit the follow button under the video player, then when I go live, you'll get an email notification. And then, of course, if you feel like it, you can come over and you can watch my live streams, which sometimes are quite fun. Not all the time, but sometimes they can be quite fun. Okay, enough plugging, enough self-advertising and whoring myself out. That's really all I've got to say for the moment. Everything should be back to normal within, I would say, 7 to 10 days, and then normality will resume. So, fingers crossed everything is good from this point forward. I thank you for your support, as always, and until everything's resolved and you see the next video, thanks very much for watching, and take care. Bye-bye.